The phone lit up. I had been waiting for this message for 3 days. Hey, how are you? 3 days for that? No, I had decided definitely, fundamentally, in the shower about my self-worth and how I love myself, and I don't care that I don't care anymore. I still answered. I texted back immediately. I am not proud of this, but here's how we got there. He saved me on a bus. And I don't mean that in like a metaphysical sense. There was a situation on a bus and he helped. And suddenly I had this amazing commuting buddy. And then this commuting buddy had very good timing and no idea that I was secretly pining and dying. He had no idea what he was doing to my schedule. We started commuting more often, saw each other later and later and later and later. Somewhere between the bus and the later started the abusement. This is a word that we coined ourselves because of our abuse and the amusement that we had from this whole messy situation that we were now in. We were having a great time being basically terrible to each other. Now here's what you need to understand. I grew up in South Africa, which means I learned to date and court in South Africa, which means that I learned the rules that I assumed were universal. Rule 0, do not listen to what a man says. Only look at what he does. I did not heed this advice in my 20s. Sorry, Papa. Now, rule 1, if a guy likes you, he texts you. He's clear about what he wants. Evidence with a pulse. If someone goes quiet, they're obviously not interested, and you leave it. No hard feelings. Now, I knew these rules very well. But I was also in Korea. Korea runs on a completely different operating system, surprise, surprise, and no one gave me the manual, and the internet was not being helpful. Let me start with the texting rule, which was kind of insane, because this is a system that basically destroyed me. In South Africa, as a lady, you do not text first. Women do not chase men. So you expect him, if he's interested, to approach you. Simple, right? It's a dance where he leads and you follow, and it's beautiful. Once he starts to text, he leads the way and you can dance into the sunset together. I learned in Korea that in North America, the rules are apparently completely different. You don't text each other for 3 days. This is supposed to be sophisticated silence. Korea, the rules are completely reversed. Maybe it's because they're on the other side of the planet. Anyway, in Korea, you basically love bomb the person. You send little texts throughout the day. You text as much as possible in the beginning. And it's really like low stakes things like, it's warm today, make sure you're hydrated, it's cold today, I hope you have a jacket. Little ways to show that you care and you're thinking about the person. If you do not text them within those first 3 days, it is a very lovely way to just say, nope, I'm really not interested, and you both know and understand this. But then, the important part is you disappear. So you basically love bomb and then you ghost them. And this is normal. This is supposed to be the way this game works. And I did not know this. So I, of course, interpreted his silence after 3 days as he has lost interest. Which is awkward when it's your commuting buddy. In our own way, we were both playing it cool. We were both catastrophically wrong. And this is just the texting. Once you're actually a couple in Korea, it gets even more intense. They're a very romantically intense group of people. There are like couples clothings. You have, what was it, 100-day anniversary, 200-day anniversary. You get couple rings, not wedding rings. The couple rings go in the box for later. There is an app called Between where only you can text each other, the loved ones. And then you also immediately tracked how many days you have been together. Private, romantic. And then there are the holidays. The 14th of every month is romantic for them. But then the normal 14th, Valentine's Day, the lady gives chocolate to the guy. But then on March 14th, the reverse, it's called White Day. It's very, very interesting. Same thing, but then the guy, yes, the guy reciprocates his love to the lady. And then April the 14th is Black Day. The day where all the sad singles, because it's so sad to be single, right? Because all the sad singles eat black ramen noodles to suffer in their single sadness. By the way, those noodles are so good. It's beautiful, it's honest, and you live in a world of solidarity. There's a rose day, and a kiss day, and even a cookie day. I did not know any of this. I had arrived with a completely different set of rules and days that are important. Basically, I played the wrong sport. Not even the wrong rules, but I played them with enormous conviction. So there I was. I'd check in, I'd answer, he'd disappear a few days. I would decide again that I'm so done with this guy. And then you ghost them. And this is normal. This is supposed to be the way this game works. And I did not know this. So I, of course, interpreted his silence after 3 days as he has lost interest. Which is awkward when it's your commuting buddy. In our own way, we were both playing it cool. We were both catastrophically wrong. And this is just the texting. Once you're actually a couple in Korea, it gets even more intense. They're a very romantically intense group of people. There are like couples clothings. You have, what was it, 100-day anniversary, 200-day anniversary. You get couple rings, not wedding rings. The couple rings go in the box for later. There is an app called Between where only you can text each other, the loved ones. And then you also immediately tracked how many days you have been together. Private, romantic. And then there are the holidays. The 14th of every month is romantic for them. But then the normal 14th, Valentine's Day, the lady gives chocolate to the guy, but then on March 14th, the reverse, it's called White Day. It's very, very interesting. Same thing, but then the guy, yes, the guy reciprocates his love to the lady. And then April the 14th is Black Day. The day where all the sad singles, because it's so sad to be single, right? Because all the sad singles eat black ramen noodles to suffer in their single sadness. By the way, those noodles are so good. It's beautiful, it's honest, and you live in a world of solidarity. There's a rose day, and a kiss day, and even a cookie day. A cookie day. I did not know any of this. I had arrived with a completely different set of rules and days that are important. Basically, I played the wrong sport, not even the wrong rules. But I played them with enormous conviction. So there I was. I'd check in, I'd answer, he'd disappear a few days. I would decide again that I'm so done with this guy. I'm so over it. Meanwhile, there were other suitors, other people who were interested, who did text back and who, by all of my rules and definitions, did show me that they were interested. But I was a loyal idiot, a slave to love. Looking back, I don't think this guy was cruel. I don't even really think he was mean. I mean, my Chinese friend said that he is probably a player, but I think, you know, we were just two people, two completely different cultures, two different sets of rules, and no real shared language for what was happening between us. He'd go quiet. Maybe that was his way of showing me that he was giving me time or distance to think, and I would not respond because I was playing it cool. I was so not cool. And then one of us would crack and the abusement would start again. The abusement continued for quite a long time. So here's the advice that I would give her. This girl on a bus who just met this boy who's so tall and so beautiful.
Stop it.
She had no idea that she was about to spend a significant amount of her time being a loyal idiot. I would tell her this. You don't need to fix yourself. You don't need to be cooler or less intense, less weird, less anything. Whatever version of yourself you are right now, someone will be into that. This is the biggest thing I've learned across all cultures I've been in. I've been on multiple continents by now. Someone will be into that. So Tyrion Lannister yourself and own your flaws. Really, do own your flaws. But me in the past, she didn't listen. She texted back immediately every time. It wasn't right, but it was fun. Now, if this is the first time that you've dated outside of your culture, welcome to the club. Do get the manual first, do some reading. I'm telling you, get the manual. But also accept that often a person is just a person. And if a person is interested, I feel like in your heart of hearts, you will know. Everything else is on my Substack. Say bye, Teddy. Bye. I love you.